What's up, guys? What's going on? What's happening? What's popping? Welcome back to another great post-game edition of Symone with the Sports. I'm Symone, bringing you guys the sports. Guys, this was one of the best games I've watched all season. I don't care what team it was. This was the best game I've watched. When I tell you my heart was clenched throughout the entire game, my heart is still clenched, y'all. I still have not come down off the game. Like, I'm gonna have to sleep this game off. I don't know about y'all, but this game was giving intense. The game came down to the wire, 106-107. Tobias Harris is the man to talk about tonight. But before we get into it, make sure you like this video, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, there is a link in my bio where you can buy me a coffee to help fuel this channel and fuel this Sixers season, because this season is a movie. The Sixers are now 13-5, and I want to say they have the best record in the NBA. Don't quote me, but I want to say they do have the best record in the NBA. They snapped the Lakers 10-game road trip. Mind you, this was a game that Dwight Howard and Danny Green were both playing their former team, so that was a little interesting tidbit there. But let's talk about Tobias Harris, and we're gonna go through a couple of these players and a couple of takeaways, good and bad takeaways from the game. But Tobias Harris, y'all, Tobias Harris earned his contract. Tobias Harris had the shot that won the game. The Sixers were down by 1 after going, like, the Sixers were up 13 with 4 minutes left. They let the Lakers get within 1 point, which was brazy, okay? And Tobias Harris knocked down the shot that won the game. Tobias Harris had a couple of plays where he locked down AD. Tobias Harris had some big steals tonight. Tobias Harris has been the most consistent player. And the reason why I say more consistent than EMBIID is because of availability. We know the best ability is availability. I'm not saying Tobias Harris is a better player than EMBIID, and I'm not saying Tobias Harris is the MVP, but Tobias Harris has been the most consistent guy showing up for the team. Tobias Harris tonight, he had 24 points. He had a steal, 3 assists, 7 rebounds. He shot 62.5% from the field. He shot 50% from 3. He shot 50% from the free throw line. Of course, he could have, did a little bit better at the free throw line. But Tobias Harris, guys, when I tell you the decisiveness of Tobias Harris, he plays with no freaking fear in his heart. Tobias Harris was going at it on AD, okay? He was going at it on AD, using his length, using his size to be one of the most essential parts of the 76ers win tonight, because, guys, the Lakers are a big team. They're a big team. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Marc Gasol, Montrez, they're a team with a lot of bigs, and Tobias Harris really used his size to his advantage tonight, because guys like Seth Curry, Seth Curry was 1 of 6 for tonight. He played for 30 minutes. He was 16% from the field. He was 0 of 3 from the 3, but that's because Seth Curry was a size mismatch from hell tonight. Obviously, Seth Curry just couldn't get off because it was just, the Lakers is just such a big team for such a small ball player like Seth Curry. So Seth Curry was abysmal tonight, but that's no shade against Seth, because you're not always going to have a size advantage. But Tobias Harris stepped in and helped fill those shoes of Seth, because he was knocking down some of our most clutch shots, okay? Let's talk about Ben Simmons. Right out the gate, Ben Simmons went right at LeBron James. I want to say back-to-back possessions for the Sixers. Ben Simmons just attacked the rim, just consistently went back-to-back attacking the rim. He went right at James, converted on both of those. He really set the pace for the Sixers early by pushing it early. He went right at James. He went right at AD early. So he really set the tempo for the Sixers just early. So James and the Lakers, one thing I did not like about the game tonight is just the way that they were just able to just attack in the paint. I want to see how many points that they had in the paint tonight. But the way they were just getting to the paint just seemed like way too easy. Dennis, Schroeder, Caruso, Anthony Davis, LeBron. It just seemed like, especially Dennis, it seemed like Dennis could get to the hole at will. Like, so the Lakers had 62 points in the paint. 62 points in the paint. That's just something we're going to have to clean up, especially when we get to match up with a team like the Bucks, a team like the Nets, who have multiple guys that can go drive to the lane. You know, we're going to have to clean that up, because it just seemed like the Lakers were getting to the paint at will. And when it was the end of the game and the Lakers came within 1 point, it was just clear and evident that that was something that the Sixers are going to need to clean up. We shouldn't have let them come back so easily. But guys, this was just a dominant, I wouldn't say a dominant game because it was really close, but it was an amazing win for the Sixers going up against the defending champions. I said a team that is 10-0 on the road. We slashed that, but the Lakers had great spacing, and that was really what got the team a lot of open looks at the basket. Let's talk about Danny Green a little bit. Danny Green is a guy who was just playing some lock down defense. Now, Dennis Schroeder got the best of Danny a couple of times, but Danny was really efficient tonight on defense, and he was really efficient for us shooting as well. He shot 44% from three. He had a lot of clutch three-point sequences for us. He shot 5 of 11 for the field. Overall, he had 14 points, and he was a +8. He had 2 blocks, and he had a steal and an assist, just and 6 rebounds. The guys were just so scrappy tonight. We had 21 we had 21 fast break points, and the guys were just pushing the paint tonight. Of course, Joel Embiid had a dominant game, 28 points, 2 blocks, 4 assists, 6 rebounds. He went to the line so many times. Joel Embiid, it is annoying sometimes when Joel Embiid is trying to attract a foul. Sometimes just make a play, be aggressive. Like, it was one play where he was pretty much just trying to taunt Caruso, trying to get a foul call against Caruso, and I'm like, dude, just make a play, like, go to the hole. Tyrese Maxey, he showed up tonight as well, even though he was a -4 on the if you're looking at the box score, if you were watching the game, Tyrese was really, he played with a lot of decisiveness. He was going to the hole. He shot 40% from the field, 2 of 5, but it was just the way he was so aggressive, playing, like I said, on the floor with LeBron, playing on the floor with AD as a rookie, and he was really poised and holding his own. Matisse is a guy we had out there for defense as well. A lot of times Matisse was tasked with guarding LeBron. And Matisse, of course, is LeBron James' best player ever, in my opinion. But Matisse was a guy who was definitely holding his own defensively for us as well. Matisse, he's still not there offensively, but that's just something that's going to have to develop throughout the season, because we are, like I said, we let them go on like a 13-0 run. Knocking down those shots is something that we're going to need from Matisse, especially if he's going to be in the game late for defense. We're going to need him on the offensive sequence, because just think about it. What if Tobias wasn't able to get the ball late? And what if, Matisse was going to have to be forced to put up a shot? But yeah, Danny Green had some big defensive plays. When Shea, Korkmaz, and Matisse were all on the floor in this first half with Joel Embiid on the bench, they were able to maintain the lead that we had. Korkmaz was just great. Shake was great. Korkmaz had some clutch threes for us to extend our lead. Korkmaz was 66% from 3, 60% from the field in his 10 minutes. Just an efficient 10 minutes. He had 8 points in 10 minutes, and that's exactly what we need for him. Shake Milton, he was 50% from the field. He was 0-2 for 3, but Shake Milton, he had some clutch plays for us. He made some clutch passes for us as well. He had assist-wise, he had Shake had 3 assists. He had 3 rebounds. Like I said, just with the small ball, just playing such a big team like the Lakers, some of our smaller guards like Shake and Seth really got lost. Not completely lost, but they couldn't get as many open looks as they would usually get. Marc Gasol on Joel Embiid was, of course, fun to watch. But yeah, the Lakers are a team that just, a big dominant team. Dennis Schroeder was 7 of 14. He was 50% from the field. Dennis Schroeder definitely is a guy we're going to have to keep watching out for, because, the guy can just take over a sequence. Like, he just will go to the hole. And LeBron, it just keeps feeding him. LeBron will just feed Dennis. Like, they have so much confidence in Dennis. But tonight was a great win for the Sixers. I'm saying just a balanced production from our guys. Like I said, Seth, of course, didn't get that much shine tonight, but it was just because of the size mix matches. But the defense by Ben Simmons was amazing. Ben Simmons had a triple-double tonight. Ben Simmons had 17 points. And also, like I said, he set the tempo early, which was important for the Sixers. Ben Simmons came out like, we ain't playing tonight. We playing, but we ain't playing with y'all. Ben Simmons definitely set the tone early, which was clutch. Danny Green stepped up, knocked down the important threes we needed him to knock down. Korkmaz knocked down his threes off the bench for us. Matisse stepped up for us on defense. Danny was there on defense. Dwight Howard, he kind of have a quietish game. He got in foul trouble early, playing his old team. But just Tobias Harris is just a dominant. Tobias Harris, like I said, he knocked down that clutch shot. He's been consistent all season for us. Tobias Harris is the only guy that's been consistent all season offensively for us. And we definitely needed tonight playing a team like the Lakers. So these are just my initial takeaways from this game. We're going to dive in it more deeper, probably just talking about, this team is just looking like one of the best teams in the NBA. I know Lakers are one of the best teams. Clippers are looking great right now. Bucks are looking great. Nets been in a little bit of trouble. If you made it this far in the video, hashtag what? If you made it this far in the video, hashtag TB for Tobias Harris. TB. I need to get Tobias a nickname. Dang, I don't know right now. I'm thinking no bias. No bias. Like, we're not biased. If you like that, hashtag TB or hashtag no bias, not biased. Something, you know what I'm saying? Hashtag that if you made it this far. But guys, the Nets have been struggling. The Hawks just took the Nets to overtime. Clint Capella is just Clint Capella's on a tear, and obviously the Nets don't have as much of a big guy presence. DeAndre Jordan, he gets cooked. He's been getting cooked a lot. So the Nets, with EMBIID, with Toby, with all the bigs that we have on our team, Dwight, it's just the Bucks, the Lakers. Obviously the Clippers are a team to look out for too, but the Sixers are one of the best teams in the NBA. Period. It's incredible. But I'm just looking through my notes at this point. It was a couple of times where Ben could be more aggressive later in the game. Like I said, he set the presence. He definitely set the tone early in the beginning of the game. But it was just a couple of sequences where he was looking to pass, where he really could have, made a play to go to the hole. But yeah, it was a dominant game. Two dominant teams, two dominant defensive teams playing against each other. It was a lot of foul calls, annoying foul calls. It was kind of getting to the point where it was like, can we stop with the fouls? Danny had a big steal on Tucker. He had a big steal on AD that was just really kept the tone on defense and really surged our offense. Like I said, it was making it way too easy for the Lakers in the paint. Sometimes EMBIID would just be a little bit passive in the paint and would kind of let those guys get their shots off. A couple of times late, EMBIID would just be playing outside the post, playing too far out, and it's like, EMBIID, get in the lane, get low, and that's really what helped the Lakers come back. They knocked down two clutch threes. Caruso knocked down a three, Dennis knocked down a three, but then AD was able to cook in the paint and really cut the lead down to one. So it's just we just want to see Joel staying down low. We want to see Ben attacking the rim consistently. He was attacking the rim early, but throughout the game, we definitely want to see that, because like I said, this game came down to one shot. And when you play in these teams, I know it's early in the season, we haven't even made an all-star break, but when you play in these teams in these 7-game series, these are the kind of games that will make you nervous, the way that we gave up that lead. But yeah, it was just a great game. It was just a great game overall. Dennis was just, he was really fun to watch. Also, I don't know if I mentioned this, but Curry did have a block on Caldwell Pope, which was like, okay, Curry, get up there then. But yeah, make sure you guys like this video. Make sure you comment. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And let me know what you want to see in my next video. We might just need to talk about just the way that this team has been playing overall. Like, if you made it this far in the video, do you think we even need to? If you made it this far in the video, let me know. Hashtag go Sixers, but don't use numerical 7-6. Use like spell out Sixers, so I know you made it this far. Hashtag go Sixers spelled out. And let me know, do you think we need to make a trade? Like, do you think we're good with this team? Do you think this team is fine? Do we need another offensive guard? Like, do you think we're good? Like, let me know that with your hashtag go Sixers spelled out. But let me know what you want to hear in my next video. Sixers, like, this game, guys, I can't even process everything right, because this game still got me like, woo, I'm really gonna have to sleep this game off. Like, this was one of the best games I've seen this is the best game I've seen all season, period. But we got a couple of boring games coming up. And then we got the Nets coming home to play us. So if you made it this far, make sure you like this video, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe. Let me know what you're excited to see from this Sixers team for the rest of the season. Bye.